Hey everyone, this is Rachel and welcome to another scrapbooking process video. If you hang out until after the video is through, there are always detailed shots of my current layout. Let's get going! Hey everyone, so as you can see, I'm already a little bit into my layout already. I either lost the portion where I did the mixed media or I accidentally erased it. I'm actually not sure which. As you can see, when I move my paper, there is some gel medium down, which does do sort of a resist. I then use the packaging technique with these creamies from Shimmer's Paints, and those are a watercolor, and I used One Hot Mama, Dandelion, and Just Peachy. I am now going to add these Vibes and Spritz mists by, I'm showing you that's what I use for my packaging technique. And so now I'm going to take the mists and I'm going to spatter them over, just creating some darker colors. They're in the same tones of the oranges and pinks and yellows. That orange is Sunset Strip, I believe. It's either that or Caribbean Sunset. I don't remember. I did show you beforehand. Then Tuscan Sun, and finally Pink Moscato, I think. Either Pink Moscato or Pink Stilettos. Both are very similar, except Pink Moscato has shimmer to it, whereas Pink Stilettos is a colorings, so there isn't any shimmer. So while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and get started with my uh, photo block area. I do have these two photos. One is a 4x4, one is a 4x6. And I also have these stickers. These actually are older. They are from Basic Gray. They are from the Prism collection. So I have this kit I put together a while back, and a couple months ago I went through my stuff and kind of did a purge and a reorganization, and I found a couple of kits that I'd put together a while back and just never really used, or used once or twice and then kind of put away and forgot about. And this is one of those. This is made up of what I'm calling it my spring impressions kit. So it's just a lot of nice, colorful, springy colors. Some of these papers are ones from a friend's destashing, so I don't necessarily know, like, I do not know that pink watercolory paper. I have no clue where that is from. I know the other one is a Simple Stories just because I recognize it, but I don't know what line it's from. Now, the black and white one you saw, which I'm actually not using, was from Studio Calico, and that's one I added to this kit myself, but this one I'm using right now, this is a Dear Lizzie from the Happy Place line. Was not a line I necessarily very much liked. I did not buy this. It came as part of the Studio Calico kit that I used to fatten up this kit I got as part of a friend's destashing. So I'm going to use both sides of this Dear Lizzie kit, Dear Lizzie paper, and I'm also going to leave that branding strip on. Now I've decided to ink up all my papers with the Distress ink in Hickory Smoke. It's something I like to do to add definition. For right now, all of the papers I'm using are really light, and I just thought that added a nice definition to the edges of my paper. So it's kind of funny that I'm doing this layout in all pinks and yellows and oranges, and my housemate, this is a layout about her birthday, is wearing this dark teal sweater, but I'm kind of ignoring the color in this particular case. I don't do this all the time, but occasionally I will. So my entire point about this is that I'm really focusing more with the papers on what she prefers. She is very much a bright, sunny person, and the colors of the papers remind me more of her than if I had chosen to do uh, a layout in colors based on what she's wearing. That's just like, it's just one of those things, and I could have gone in the other direction because, she wears teal, she likes teal and all of that, but for some reason it just made sense to me to use these colors that I find indicative of her bright, sunny, happy personality. Okay, So now that I've talked about all of this and not explained my layout, but hopefully you understood, I did have that journaling card that was partially cut off, but I thought, hey, if I tuck it under that 4x4 photo, it will look like it naturally belongs there and not like it's just some random piece that was already chopped off that I need to take care of. So I'm going to go ahead and do some journaling, and magically through editing, it is all complete. And so basically what I'm talking about is that we went out to brunch and then we went to movies to celebrate her birthday. And this is something we often do with a group of friends we have where we will go out for a meal. And you'll find by the end of this layout, I've actually not put a title on it. In my head, I was thinking birthday brunch, but my journaling was slightly different than that. So I just ended up leaving it titleless and thinking, it will come to me at some point. So even when I took the photo at the end, there is no title, but I do think of one later on. Before I talk about that, I will say that when I do mixed media, especially since I have a resist of gel medium on here. So for those of you who don't know what gel medium does, it allows, if you put mixed media over it, it allows what's underneath to not be affected by that mixed media. So you don't see it necessarily in the video, but in real life, the gel medium is much shinier. And I did it through it with a stencil of stars, but it's much shinier than the rest of it. Okay, so I'm interrupting myself all over the place here today. I apologize. All right, so what I was mentioning about mixed media and gel medium was that I use a mix of liquid glue and HEG just to help it stick, because the HEG alone, I've found, does not allow for long-term sticking of items on top of it. Okay, so I'm just going through some of the sticker packs that were part of this kit, that 12 by 12 prism stickers from Basic Gray, and then I have this little sticker booklet from Amy Tangerine, and this is very old. I'm not even sure what line this is a part of. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke a hole in each of those flowers in the different embellishment clusters, and I'm going to use these brads that are part of a My Mind's Eye line. Once again, an older line. I actually bought them as a 4-pack as a part of from a Peachy Cheap deal or something along those lines. So as usual, when I have embellishment clusters, what I like to do is have repetitive motifs and repetitive colors throughout all of the clusters. So every thing has a floral piece, everything has a brad, and now not everything has a acrylic piece as I'm putting down there, but each one has something large and pink. So the upper left hand side one has that larger sticker that's pink, and now I'm finishing off with these puffy stickers that are an older one from Twine and Ink. So I never mentioned my title, which is going to go above that 4x4. I am finishing off with some High Swap Gold Color Shine, but my title is going to end up being Birthday Bunch, just because this is the group we normally go out to birthdays with. All right, folks, thanks so much for joining me here. If you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be great. Bye!